Are you ready to take control of your emotions? This is weight management expert and transformation coach Narado Zeco Powell. And I really want to talk about this topic today. Over the years, I've seen many people, including myself, struggle with stress, anxiety, feeling overwhelmed, feeling like you don't belong. And these are real things. And if we look at society today, these feelings seem to be getting worse and worse. And they have such a profound impact on our health or overall well being. We can't address health without addressing these topics. So, some of the mechanisms I'm going to introduce to you today are science backed and science filled, but also what I put into practice for myself and my clients, and have helped thousands of people control their emotions. The first thing I want to talk about is practicing mindfulness. Now, that can look many ways because when I say practice mindfulness, I really mean tapping into your emotions, acknowledging that they're there, acknowledging that we are human beings and we have feelings, but we can't ignore those feelings. Oftentimes, my friends and I talk about toxic masculinity, the feeling of, I can't express myself, so I hold these feelings in. But that just makes the situation worse. And it's not just for men, it happens to women as well. When you don't feel emotionally safe, you don't feel like you can truly express yourself. And that's when the mindfulness comes in because you have to work on it first. Someone else cannot give it to you. And there are many ways to practice mindfulness. But I look at it from the standpoint of before you even get into the tough situation, do you practice mindfulness daily? I've always taught my clients you have to tap into your emotions when you first wake up. I pray when I first wake up. Now, for some people, it may be meditation, breath work, slowing down your mind, slowing down your thought. Don't start your day jumping into the day and trying to accomplish what you think you should accomplish for the day. Start your day slowly, even if that means you have to get up 10 minutes early. That 10 minutes earlier every day could save your life. So get up, do breath work, meditate, breathe, get in touch with your body, get in touch with your spirit, get in touch with your breath, and start your day off lowering that morning cortisol spike that you may even get, especially when you wake up to a harsh alarm. I recommend to my clients to wake up to a soft alarm. A harsh alarm will spike your cortisol levels and make it very stressful for you in the morning. So I always wake up to a softer alarm, especially because I wake up at 5:30 in the morning, but it works well for me. So start your morning off practicing mindfulness. Slow your breath down. And so when you get into the situation, it becomes more like a second nature for you. So when you get into the tough situation, then it's easier for you to practice mindfulness, to see where the situation comes from. When somebody stresses you out, because you have people who stress you out. When they stress you out, go back to your breath. Go back to your thought. Acknowledge that you are stressed out. Don't ignore it. Acknowledge that you are stressed out and maybe even why you're stressed out and work on that. Because we can't always control what other people do, but we can control how we respond. So that's very important. Practicing mindfulness. Mantras in the morning is another way. Practice mindfulness. Say out loud, I am an amazing person. I am going to have a good day. There are many mantras that you can use. Instead of saying negative things, it's going to be a horrible day. Today, I don't know. My boss getting on my nerves. Like, no. The power of life and death is in the tongue. So practice mantras. Those are not even coping mechanisms. These are just mindfulness. You're putting positivity, you're acknowledging what's going on in your mind, and now you're replacing it with positive things, which then leads into coping strategies, coping mechanisms. And coping mechanisms can look different for each person. And you can Google and see there's so many different coping mechanisms. One of the best coping mechanisms is slowing down your breath, breathing with your nose, breathing with your diaphragm. Slowing down your breath calms you down. It could be listening to soft music if you can. Even if you work at in an office, you're allowed to listen. You can listen to music, soft music, even praise and worship, letting things, positive things into your mind, allowing yourself to cope. Right? These are coping strategies. You're transforming your mind. So when things happen, you're more likely to go back to a positive place and not a negative place. So you're practicing mindfulness. You're acknowledging the emotions. You're seeing where they're coming from, why they're happening. And sometimes there are things inside us we need to change. And practicing mindfulness, or practicing, I should say, mindfulness, help us to know that. And doing that first thing in the morning, if you can even do it before bed in the evening, till you transform my life. And it can for you as well. And when you add in the breath work and the calm music, or even the praise and worship, or reading scriptures, add these things into the acknowledgement. Now you're moving towards a positive path. The last thing I want to say is set boundaries. That's very important. Set boundaries. That doesn't mean you should eliminate everybody out of your life, but you need to have good, positive people around you, and you need to be in good, safe, positive environment. Not every person that's in your life needs to be in your life, and not every environment that you're in is good for you. You need to set good, positive environment. Put yourself in those environments. Put yourself around people who motivate you, not people who lie to you and try to make you feel amazing. Because sometimes you need people who are going to hold you accountable in love. But you need to be around those people more. Because the more you're around good, positive people, people who are uplifting you, edifying you, the more you can deal with the tougher situations. So those three things together are three things that you can implement, and it takes a long time. And there are other strategies that I haven't even touched on yet. But this is a good place to start. And as you grow, as you get better, you can add more strategies onto it. Because I haven't even talked about journaling. I haven't even talked about the role that fitness and health plays, and working out and different things you can do. Like, there's so much you can do. But these three things that I brought up are what the average person can do. Because in 2024, our lives are being challenged all the time. And I'm trying to give you nuggets to help you, not just in your physical health, because I have so many podcast episodes and so many interviews that I've done that you can watch and listen to learn about food and exercise. But now I want to talk about your emotions as well, because that you need to be completely healthy, not just with food and exercise. Because I believe being completely healthy is spiritual, emotional, and physical. And guess what? They're tied together. Because if you look healthy, but you're not emotionally and spiritually healthy, that still impacts the physical. And if you feel emotionally and spiritually healthy, but you're not physically healthy from the things that you're doing, your habits, that can affect those as well. So it's all tied together. There are people who look amazing and die young from stress. So they're really not physically healthy, they just look like they are. Because being healthy is not just an outer, it's inward as well, and they all work together. This is weight management expert, Narado Zeco Powell. Thank you for watching. I hope you implement these strategies into your life. Thank you, fam.